This is John Paul Wright. I'm coming to you from Tokyo, Japan. I want to talk about Amber Heard's friend Eve Barlow and how she's got this nickname she really doesn't like, and that nickname was trending not so long ago, and she wrote a piece about that. So obviously, she's pretty bothered that her nickname was trending. I don't say the nickname so much. I don't like it so much because I like to keep like silly insults out of things usually, but I guess I'll be saying it now because I'll have to read it for the context and the content here. But, the thing is, she did it to herself. She stuck her nose in this case and kept defending Amber and kept saying things and kept on Twitter fighting with Johnny fans and stuff like that. So they gave her a little nickname. Let's see what we got here. So I retweeted this from Laura B, who retweeted this or quote tweeted it and said, "Eve, you're off your effing reservation for this one. Amber is not being attacked by Russian bots. Johnny has a major fan base who saw how wronged he was and took to Twitter to defend him. Our intentions are to get him the justice he deserves. We're not going after her." Yeah, I mean, alright, there are some people who do make fun of Amber and say things inappropriate, but I think the majority is just out there for the evidence and the proof and to clear Johnny's name. But anyway, let's see what Eve says about her little nickname. She begins, "In Jewish advocacy, many of us experience insistent attacks from Iranian bots, particularly when the tensions are mounting in the Middle East. I defend Amber Heard online, who has been attacked by Russian bots, underlined, acquired by her ex-husband Johnny Depp's lawyer, with the intention of destroying her career and reputation and creating a mass smear campaign around the truth of her experience," which, by the way, are the same Russian bots that attacked Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi. Coincidentally, they don't like when people are critical about actors and movies and stuff. Those Russian bots are always targeting the important things. "My hate name, Eve Fartlow, blew up because it completed the horseshoe theory." So that's the name. I don't like saying. I don't really like jokes like that, but we gotta say it now because she wrote it herself. "It was born in a men's rights right-wing adjacent fan army of Depp who fight for justice against anyone who uploads that he's an abuser." So do you guys out there consider yourself a men's right-wing adjacent fan army? Or just Johnny Depp fans who see he got wronged? I'm so sick of this name calling and labeling. So, like anything that's negative, people say right wing. It's negative. It's right wing. Well, not really, because although not everyone is correct on the right all the time, or the left, I should say, it can't all be wrong. It can't all be hate. Some of it's going to be right. It was quickly claimed by the far leftist hammer and sickle emoji brigade during the conflict between Israel and Hamas last May. Okay, so now the far leftist brigade is after her, or they claim the name? Not sure exactly what she means there. Suddenly, the entire effing internet was using the name because of two opposing online factions who should and perhaps one day will cancel each other out, and the bots that boost them. Eve Fartlow became the #2 trend in America for an entire afternoon and evening, distracting, damaging, and so completely unimportant. I gotta say, great. That's a good trend, because for defending Amber Heard, well, I think, like I said, Eve put herself in that position to get the trend. And by the way, Eve, thanks for letting us know. And LPS says she is never on the rail, completely off base on multiple levels. Sadly, she wants to be taken seriously for journalistic blather. I would suggest she start with the basics of who, why, where, what, when. Then attempt to learn basic sentence structure and punctuation. Now, in most cases, I don't care about punctuation and sentence structure that much if it's understandable and it's relatively correct. But for a journalist, I think you should be watching it a little bit. For people like English teachers or when your profession is connected to writing, then I think you can kind of criticize someone like, hey, you should learn sentence structure and punctuation because that's what your career is, that's what your job is. Just my little opinion on that there for a second. And the right side of the Roaring Rapids brings up a really good point that I want to reiterate here whenever I can, is that a lot of us, when we first got into this, were not Johnny Depp fans. As he said, he enjoyed Johnny's movies. Look, Johnny's been around since the 1980s. Of course, if you watch movies, if you're someone who just checks out the occasional movie, you're gonna see Depp and enjoy one of his movies. He's that big. But not until this did a lot of us become fans. And I'll be really honest here. Like, I found out Johnny Depp was a Beatles fan, and that gave me like really a better connection. If it weren't for that, I'd probably just still be the normal everyday fan. Yeah, he's a great actor with great skills, but that doesn't necessarily make me a fan of the person automatically. However, he does have this artistic side. Like I said, Beatles fan, so I became a fan. However, at first, I was just like, okay, yeah, Donnie Brasco, love that, obviously. I like the first Pirates and stuff like that. But the point is, it's not just fans. And Cassandra says, Fartlow is seriously capitalizing on the state of affairs in the world right now for attention, and I'm disgusted. Meaning, obviously, she sticks her head in these things that get massive attention, that are political, controversial, just to build her name up, and she probably doesn't care so much about what she's doing. And so completely unimportant, then why did she bring it up in a post about Russia and Ukraine? Yeah, man, that's another thing. So, some people are using this Russia and Ukraine situation to get their own attention. It's pretty disgusting. And this is what Emily here is saying that Eve is doing. Apparently, Emily is probably right. Anyway, you guys, let me know what you think down below. Doing shout outs, special thanks, things like that. Pop culture, that first heard, some social media stuff around it once in a while like this. And if you're not subscribed here and you don't subscribe, I guess I'll be sad, but I'll get over it. See you next time.